Hello and welcome to Let's Talk SEO. So starting May 5th, which was 2 days ago, Google has started rolling out its site reputation abuse policy algorithm, or I would say site reputation abuse manual penalties, because just about everyone has received the manual penalty. I work with a lot of large sites. I'm not going to name those sites because I have an NDA with them, and they've all received manual penalties. None of it is algorithmic right now, and Google has said it's not going to be algorithmic for a while. So all of the penalties you receive will be manual. Now, as a smaller site, you shouldn't have, this is not something you should worry about. As a major site, you should. Now, just to give you an idea of the type of sites that were hit, it says CNN, USA Today, LA Times, Fortune, Daily Mail, Outlook India, Times Union, Post and Courier, SF Gate, that's San Francisco Gate, I assume, and a lot more have been hit by the manual penalty. And Google has specifically targeted these sites for manual actions, where Google's manual action, and these sites have been notified to the Google Search Console and now. So Danny Sullivan said that for now it's just a manual action, but the algorithmic component will indeed come, as we've said that it's not live yet. So probably another month before the algorithmic thing starts hitting in. And when the algorithm starts kicking in, then it's going to be a lot of the smaller sites that are hit. So what I'm doing right now, and this is something if you do your own SEO and you're interested in learning SEO, is to look at why these larger sites were hit, figure out why Google hit those larger sites, make a list, and start preparing for it, because when the algorithm kicks in, those are the exact same points on which your website will be evaluated. If you fail the evaluation, after all, it's an algorithm, you will be penalized. And so a lot of these sites, even with Fortune, even in Fortune, they kind of removed a lot of the parasite SEO stuff that they had on the site, but there was still some on there. Forbes had removed their coupon section and stuff. And I said, even back then, if you watch my videos, that it is not going to be enough, because there's still a lot of stuff on the site that's used to game the algorithm. And so if they don't remove that, they're still going to be manually penalized. And Forbes has received a manual penalty. So there are a whole lot of sites. The good thing and the good news about this is it's just the larger sites for now. And so a lot of these large sites, they can afford to take a hit because they're billion-dollar corporations and not mom-and-pop operations. Also, so some of my clients are in the coupon nation. So I did a SERP analysis of the coupon niche just to take a look at what's happening. And the SERPs have changed. So many of the news websites that were ranking out of the top 10 don't rank for it anymore. So yeah, and so what if you're running a voucher site or a coupon site? If you're running any of these websites, you don't need to worry about it, because you've clearly identified what your site does. And if you do your SEO correctly, and you shouldn't have a problem ranking. Now, when the algorithm kicks in, you might have a problem. But for now, you don't have a problem. But if you study the websites that were hit, and there's going to be a list, there's already a list growing of major sites that were hit, go through the site, try and figure out why they were manually hit. Also take stock of what they have on the site, and then a few weeks later or a month later, when they recover, compare the old site to the new site to see what they've changed on the site to recover. And that will give you a very good idea as to what you should do to not be hit by something like that. At the end of the day, if you're not an SEO, you run a website, you run a business, make sure you hire a professional like me to do the SEO for you. The SEO I do may seem like something just about anyone can do, but it's not. A lot of my clients think that, yeah, you know what, we can do the content, we can do the internal linking, the external linking, and everything like that. And when they try to do it, they tank the site. So it's not just doing all of that. You have to be up to date with all the latest stuff that's going on with Google's algorithm and all the minor changes, and then you need to tick all the right boxes in terms of your SEO, so that when the algorithm sees your site, it actually sees it as a favorable site and not a site that's of low value. So I hope you guys like the video. Let me know in the comments below if your business you are working for or when you do SEO for has been hit by a site repetition abuse policy penalty. And I will see you guys in the next video.